We have stories about discussions with the military. We had people almost put into prison. We had a guy who had to come especially to our offices with his map, sleeping with the maps to make sure that it didn't disappear or that it would not be used for other purposes than the Korean land cover. Yeah, it's a long story. It started with my studies, when the first Landsat was launched in the 70s. Then I did research on it to map from the satellite image as good as possible how land cover, land use is changing, and mainly in Belgium. So it started in Belgium. Yeah, so when I got involved in the feasibility study for the Korean land cover, there was a need in Europe to have comparable data across countries, because every country was mapping its land use, its land cover in a different way. So there was a need to have comparable data across boundaries, and that was the main scope of the Korean program, coordination of information for the environment across Europe. The challenges, I would say, are mainly twofold in the beginning. First of all, there is the organizational setup, because the idea was to do it with all the EU countries involved. At that time, we were not 27 or 28, we were only, I think, 12. And then there was, of course, the technical problems. And from the technical side, there was no internet at that time, so it was really starting from photographic products, moving to a full coverage of a land map of Europe. And then there was the organizational problems. The idea was to do it bottom up, and that is still one of the main challenges even today. It's to create a European map with all countries involved. Instead of a top-down, where we would give one organization the responsibility, we wanted that every country was involved to make sure that the data was accurate, acceptable, and used for as many possible purposes in general. The impact of the Korean land cover product is indirect. It's not like other environmental data where you have directly a policy-relevant data set, but it's mainly when Korean land cover is used in combination with other data sets. And the main asset, the main added value of Korean land cover is you know where things are happening. So you have spatially explicit information that you can combine with air quality, water quality, nature protection, and so on. Yeah, I could write a book about, first of all, how we could get access to topographic maps. So when you get a satellite image, it needs to be geometrically corrected. And for that, to calibrate that, you need a local topographic maps. And there we have stories about discussions with the military. We had people almost put into prison. We had a guy who had to come especially to our offices with his map, sleeping with the maps to make sure that it didn't disappear or that it would not be used for other purposes than the Korean land cover.